whether the Sydney lockdown is extended beyond Friday. If we continue with the trend of no regional cases, no spread into the country, can they take off their masks? Can they have more than 5 to their home?
Look, I don't want to predetermine any decisions we'll take in the next 24 hours, but to say obviously the health advice is based on the period of time we've been in lockdown, and I'm very pleased that regional New South Wales hasn't had any cases. We had a few close calls, but the communities have responded really well, and we'll base what next week looks like in the regions and in Greater Sydney on the health advice. So they're issues that we'll consider later today and early tomorrow morning, and I hope to be able to update the community tomorrow.
Regarding schools, is that very much linked to the overall lockdown decision?
Look, of course, the New South Wales Government appreciates the importance of restoring face-to-face teaching, and we're looking forward to looking at that issue. We appreciate the stresses that parents go through in particular with having to have students at home. So we're considering all of that in our decision making, and again it will be based on the health advice. I don't want to preempt what that advice might be or what the New South Wales Government's response to that advice will be, but I understand more than anything what our community want is certainty. People want to know what life will look like beyond Friday midnight, and I'm keen to provide that certainty to people tomorrow so that people can make arrangements if they need to moving forward. But what I can say is based on the health advice, the New South Wales Government is very much not only thinking about when we come out of lockdown, but what coming out of lockdown looks like, and then in addition to that, what life looks like until the end of October when we have many more vaccines available. So they're all the considerations for us at this stage, and I'll be pleased to update the community tomorrow because I know more than anyone how important it is for people to have time to plan, to think about what life looks like, but I don't want anybody jumping to any conclusions by what either I've said today or Dr. Chant has said today. Please know that we'll be looking at the data and analysing the advice right until the last minute to make sure that we provide the best advice to our citizens, which will obviously keep everybody safe, but also keep everybody working and active as well.
Premier, can you please give an explanation? Can you please?
Tomorrow,
I'm sorry?
What is it going to take between now and tomorrow for you to feel confident that we can, in fact, come out of lockdown? What's it going to take?
Well, as Dr. Chant said yesterday, a day or 2 days doesn't mean a trend. So what the health experts look at are trends to see where the direction which things are going. So we know definitely that the lockdown has been successful in not exponentially increasing the rate of disease. So what is really scary about the Delta strain, if you look at other countries around the world, 2 cases become 20, become 100 or 200 very quickly. We managed to avoid that in New South Wales. We feel we made the lockdown happen at the right time. Our health contact tracers are very much in control of what's happening, and we want to make sure that stays the case moving forward. So what we'll be looking at is obviously the health advice, and what the health experts look at are trends, where the direction is going and what the likely situation is going to be at Friday midnight and what that means for our citizens beyond that time.